Imagine a world hushed and white, buried deep beneath blankets of ice. Vast, silent glaciers stretch for miles, mountains of ice so tall they scrape the pale, cold sky. This was not a fleeting winter, this was an age, an ice age, a time that shaped our planet and tested all life upon it. The air is sharp, it bites at any exposed skin. The sun is a distant, weak glow. Its warmth struggles to reach the land. Great rivers of ice creep slowly, but with unstoppable power. They carve valleys, they crush forests, they grind mountains into dust. This immense force reshapes continents, leaving its mark for eternity. This was the Earth during an ice age, a period of intense, prolonged cold. It was not just one single event, but a series of long, icy chapters. These chapters punctuated Earth's long history. Each one brought dramatic changes to climate, to landscapes, to life. Understanding this frozen past helps us understand our present. What exactly is an ice age? It is more than just a very cold winter. It is a long period in Earth's history when global temperatures drop significantly. This drop causes ice sheets to grow and glaciers to expand over large areas. These are not short spells of cold. They can last for millions of years, a truly different kind of Earth, one dominated by ice and snow. Within a larger ice age, there are cycles of cold and warmth. The coldest parts are called glacial periods. During these times, ice advances. It covers vast parts of continents like North America and Europe. Sea levels fall dramatically as water gets locked up in ice. Landscapes change beyond recognition. Life must adapt or perish. Then there are warmer times. These are called interglacial periods. We are living in one now. The Holocene is our interglacial. During these warmer spells, ice retreats, glaciers shrink back to the poles and to high mountain tops. Life finds new opportunities to thrive. Why do these ice ages occur? What causes these great climate swings? For a long time this was a mystery. Then a Serbian scientist had a theory. His name was Milutin Milankovic. He was an astronomer and mathematician. He looked not at Earth itself, but at Earth's journey through space. He believed the answers lay in the heavens, in the subtle dance of our planet. Milankovic studied Earth's orbit, the path our planet takes around the sun. He found it is not always the same. It changes slowly over time. Sometimes it is more circular, sometimes it is more elliptical or oval-shaped. This affects the amount of sunlight that Earth receives at different times. These are very long cycles, lasting tens of thousands of years. Earth also wobbles as it spins like a spinning top. This is called precession. It changes the timing of seasons and the amount of summer sunlight reaching the northern hemisphere where large ice sheets can grow. These cycles act as Earth's climate pacemaker. The most recent major ice age is known as the Pleistocene epoch. It began over 2 million years ago, and it included many glacial periods, many advances and retreats of ice. Our ancestors lived through these times. They adapted to these dramatic shifts. The Earth was a very different place, a canvas of ice and tundra, where survival was a daily struggle. The very coldest part of this last ice age is called the last glacial maximum, or LGM for short. This peaked around 20,000 years ago. It was a time of extreme cold. Ice sheets reached their greatest extent, covering huge areas of the globe. Imagine North America under ice, from the Arctic down to the Great Lakes and beyond into modern-day Ohio. In Europe, a massive ice sheet, the Fennoscandian ice sheet, covered Scandinavia and Britain and parts of northern Germany and Poland. Mountain glaciers grew larger too. In the Alps, the Rockies and the Andes, these ice sheets were incredibly thick, sometimes 2 miles deep or more. Section 5. Giants on a frozen plain megafauna of the Ice Age. The Ice Age world was harsh, but it was far from empty. It teemed with incredible animals. Many of them were very large. We call them megafauna. Giants adapted to a frozen world. They roamed the vast, treeless plains known as mammoth steppes. These grasslands stretched across continents, providing food for these huge creatures. The most famous was the woolly mammoth, a relative of today's elephants, covered in thick, shaggy fur with a layer of fat for insulation. Its long, curved tusks were amazing tools used to sweep away snow to find buried grasses and shrubs, and perhaps for defense or display. Herds of mammoths were a common sight. Their thundering footsteps echoed on frozen ground. Other giants shared this icy realm. The woolly rhinoceros, also built for cold, with a massive horn on its snout. Giant Irish elk with enormous antlers spanning up to 12 feet wide. cave bears larger than modern grizzlies, saber-toothed cats like Smilodon with terrifying dagger-like canine teeth, dire wolves, powerful pack hunters. Section 6. Survival in the cold. Early humans endure the freeze. Our ancient human ancestors lived through these challenging Ice Age times. Species like Neanderthals and early Homo sapiens, our direct line, did not just survive. They adapted and even thrived in these harsh, frozen environments. Their ingenuity was remarkable and their resilience was extraordinary. They learned to master the cold. Shelter was crucial for survival. Caves provided natural protection from biting winds and freezing temperatures. But humans also built their own shelters using mammoth bones and animal skins. They created sturdy huts. Inside, fires burned brightly. Fire was the heart of their existence. It provided warmth against the bitter chill and cooked their food, making it safer. Clothing was another vital adaptation. They learned to use animal hides, scraping them clean with stone tools, then sewing them together using bone needles and sinew thread, creating tailored garments like hooded parkas, trousers and boots. Section 7. Across frozen worlds, the great human migrations. The Ice Age dramatically reshaped the Earth, and these changes created new opportunities for our adventurous human ancestors. As ice sheets grew vast and thick, they locked up enormous amounts of water. This caused global sea levels to drop, sometimes by hundreds of feet, exposing land that was once submerged. These new lands became pathways for migration and exploration. One of the most significant land bridges was called Beringia. It connected what is now Siberia in Asia with Alaska in North America. During glacial periods, Beringia was a vast plain, a treeless, windswept steppe, perhaps hundreds of miles wide. It was not an icy bridge, but a habitable landmass, supporting plants and animals. Small groups of hunter-gatherers likely followed herds of game animals, mammoths, bison and caribou, across this Beringian plain. Slowly, over many generations, they moved eastward. Unknowingly, they were entering a new world, the Americas. Section 8. The Great Thaw. An ice age recedes. The Earth's climate is never static. After thousands of years of deep cold, the last glacial maximum began to wane. Slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, the planet started to warm. This marked the beginning of the end for the last great ice age. This warming phase started around 20,000 years ago and accelerated significantly about 11,700 years ago. The massive ice sheets began to melt, a process that took thousands of years. Imagine colossal rivers of meltwater gushing from the edges of retreating glaciers, carving new river valleys and filling up vast depressions to form enormous glacial lakes. Lake Agassiz in North America was larger than all the Great Lakes combined. As the ice melted and retreated, the land beneath began to rebound, freed from the immense weight of the ice. Coastlines changed dramatically as meltwater flowed back into the oceans. Section 9. Echoes of the ice lessons for our warming world. The Ice Age may seem like ancient history, a distant, frozen past, but its legacy is all around us. It shaped the very land we live on, the mountains, valleys and lakes, the fertile soils that support agriculture. Many of these features are direct results of the immense power of ice and the subsequent thaw. We live on a post-glacial planet. The Ice Age teaches us a vital lesson. Earth's climate is inherently dynamic. It has always changed, sometimes slowly, over millennia, and sometimes surprisingly quickly. The planet has natural cycles of warming and cooling. These are driven by complex forces from celestial mechanics to Earth systems. Understanding these past changes is crucial. Today, our planet is warming again. The Ice Age reminds us of consequences, of how profoundly climate can alter our world.